Hi guys, this is Vysh again. Yesterday I gave you the model plan for the mains preparation. It applies to both 2018 and 19 because 19 students also, that is what you need to start, okay, mains preparation. So the books, the syllabus, the papers, everything in a skeleton model and a detailed plan of daily how to study 10 hours and how to allocate that 10 hours, where to see the news, where to see the content and how to write the answers, everything. A skeleton model has been already given. Please watch that video fully. Okay, the video is around 47 minutes. So seeing the length of the video, don't skip it or don't think like it is not relevant. Okay, please watch it fully. It's very important. Okay, if you need to start the preparation, because that's the best way anybody can guide you, okay, to start the preparation. So this set of next 3 videos, okay, like if you see here part 1, part 2 and part 3, like that I'm going to make 3 videos where I want to show you our MCQs, okay. There are many reasons for it. One reason, I'm going to launch the 2019 test series, okay, the PDF. So before, when I launch that, immediately the questions will come like, sir, whether we'll get it in hard copy or soft copy, whether can I get a free test first so that I can understand the standard, can you give me some samples. I have faced it last year also, okay. So this time what I want to do is I want to show you the samples upfront itself, okay. So that, and all the doubts regarding the upcoming test series, I want to clear it through this part 1, part 2, part 3, so that I don't get that unwanted questions later, okay. For new students, I understand you will have that problem like Vysh IAS is not such a big reputed institute, or it's not based in Delhi. There will be some reasons for people to hesitate to buy the test series. So that is why I am going to show you the standard of questions and how close it is to UPSC level questions, okay. Like any other institute, I told you already, I cannot claim more than 30 questions, or not even 30, maybe 25, 28 questions. More than that, I also cannot claim of what came in 2018 prelims, okay. But that doesn't decide actually the standard of any test series, not only mine, none of the mentors, anybody who is teaching in YouTube who provided test series, even the big institutes, okay, not only the YouTube channels, the big ones which is based in Delhi, nobody could claim, because 2018 prelims, the UPSC board, they made sure that all the questions comes out of all these sources, okay. I think more than the students, these people would be sitting and watching all the things which is available on the internet. Not like they are going and watching every channel, but they have a clear-cut idea of what is being offered to the students, okay. So that is why every year mentors like us, okay, anyway, they are based in Delhi, that who have already that printed things, they are not going to change anything. But the mentors like my channel, and there are many other channels, okay, which are doing very good now, okay. So those channels are actually very dynamic. So, and we are all trying to give you the best thing. We are also trying to think like UPSC and trying to frame like UPSC, okay. So that, because if you see my last test also, my students used to ask, from where are you getting such random fact, okay, because such fact in their whole preparation they did not see anywhere, but it has come in the Hindu, okay, it has come in the Hindu, it is there in Rajya TV, it is there in Kurukshetra magazine. So these facts and all, every student, how much ever you dedicate yourself, you are going to miss. So that fact which we think UPSC will pick it up, that is what we are deciding in our test series, okay. We are trying to give you the best and the most difficult points, which is a potential thing for prelims, okay. So you will understand that when we go through these videos. So let's begin the part 1. I think 15 to 20 questions I'll show you. Similar way, I'll show you totally around 70-75 questions in the 3 videos, okay. So it's like out of my test series, I think it's about a 65 test series, okay. A big long-term test series plan I have done for 2019, so that you don't miss even the static, dynamic, nothing you will miss, okay. That is how I am planning. So out of that 65 tests, that means 6,500 MCQs, okay. One test will have 100 MCQs. So out of that 6,500, I am going to show you 70 questions for free, okay. Static part obviously, because dynamic anyway, without the happenings going to happen June, July, August, I cannot give questions now, okay. That as and when the events happen, we will design the questions and give it to you. So let's begin. And this will be mostly in comparison, okay, with the 2018 paper. Before that, few pointers I want to give you, okay, like this one. If any institute, as I told, if they claim more than 45 questions came directly from our test series, came directly from our potential predicted sources and all, then that is just things to keep the students tied to their institute, okay. It is not true, okay. I have seen the question papers of multiple institutes, and nowhere the level which UPSC asked this time has come, okay. We cannot blame anyone, we cannot blame the institute, we cannot blame UPSC, because both are right in their own thing. The institutes tried their best to give the best questions. The UPSC, what they did is they tried to make the weirdest questions, so that the cutoff goes low, or maybe the count gets reduced, because vacancies are less, okay, this time. So UPSC has no other option, they have to make it tough, okay. Not tough, at least weird they have to make, okay, which is not readily available with the usual sources, okay. So that is where we people are trying to pitch in and trying to give you more kind of UPSC level questions, okay. So that is first thing. Next one, about people. Okay, I see in most of my comments, I have deleted those comments also. Some people with their sarcasm, they'll come and tell like the paper was very easy, I am scoring 140 plus, 150 plus. So only thing when anyone tells to you, just tell like, okay, glad to know that you have done well. Kindly let me know your roll number also, so that when the score comes, we all can see your score and take inspiration. Okay, that time that person will run away. Okay, he's not going to give you the roll number because he knows he may not clear. Simply coming and bluffing anybody can do. If you are so confident, no point. I mean, there is no harm in giving your roll number, right? These people, only two or three are there in the YouTube and coming and putting in every channel. Not only mine, I have seen in other mentors videos also. They'll be simply coming and putting these kind of strange comments and just trying to play over smart. Okay, so stay away from them. If they have done it good, okay, let them do, because we should appreciate such people who have the talent of scoring 150 plus in such kind of paper. But I am sure nobody is going to get that. Okay, so it's just my thing. So again, under this video also, I know some comments will come like this. So up to you people, but I am not going to entertain that in my channel. Okay, because we have students who are serious and who knows how exam went and how the score or how much the cutoff can go. Everyone knows how it was. So don't play that game under the comment section. Then, as I told already, more than 30 we cannot also claim. Okay, we had including everything, including my spectrum lectures everywhere. Okay, and this video, so it is not for the claim. Now after this, again, don't come and tell like nothing came from your test series. Okay, nothing came, that is a false allegation, because I will show you questions which directly came. But don't come and put those things also here, because we are trying to just show you the standard, because we are going to launch the test series. Okay, upfront, that's all. Instead of doing after the launch, we are doing it before the launch. That's all. So same thing, standard and closeness. Okay, that's what we are going to do in this video. So let's get started. The first question, Bunny Honey. Okay, this is a medieval history. If you see how my test series will be designed, this the question will have, every question will have this prefix also. Okay, like hash medieval history set number 2 MCQ. So seeing this thing, you will understand which subject it is from. So this is actually a direct question which came in this year's prelims. They asked only about which is the place. Okay, Kishangarh. Even though I gave a lot of details in my test, they did not ask all these things. They asked only Bunny Honey belongs to which particular school of painting, something like that. So it is actually Kishangarh. Okay, even the Raja, the story of this thing, it is called Indian Mona Lisa. Everything was detailed done in my test. Okay, this is one direct question which came from my test. So anyone who told like nothing came from my test, those people can just stay away from the channel. Okay, so because that statement itself is false and you are like out of the whatever smartness you are trying to play. For others, maybe when next questions come, you will understand more. Next question, International Atomic Energy. Actually, a lot of questions we have done about these institutes, okay, world level institutes. And this was a 4-statement question in my listing, and all 4 statements are true. And UPSC this time asked a question telling India joined or signed some additional component with this International Atomic Energy institution. And so what was that for? Why did India sign this, or what is the gain out of it? Okay, and we had given 4 statements here. That question in UPSC, I am not going to show you that question, but we will have the question paper already. That question had 4 options. Option number 3 and 4 was very weird, and it was like you can eliminate there itself. First and second, A and B, it was like one was for civil purposes, one for was military purposes. So if you have done my test in this thing, already it is there. The purpose of this institute is to assist countries in harnessing nuclear energy for peaceful purposes. So this statement number 3 is exactly the option A of that question. So this was also a direct question if you had done my test. Other than this, again, lot of other extra information I gave you, including the news link. Okay, that's also one extra thing in all my MCQs I'll be giving. I give you the newspaper link so that you understand that the questions are not picked somewhere from random. It is asked because it came in the paper. Okay, else I won't ask. All my 6,500 MCQs are questions either taken from PIB, textbook, Hindu newspaper, Rajya Sabha TV, all standard sources only. Nothing is framed unwantedly. Okay. So these 4 points, just pause and see. Okay, I'm not going to teach you questions here. This is just to show you the sample. You can anyway pause and learn the 4 facts if you want, or anyway when you enroll it, you will get the PDF in your hands. Okay, so this was the question, and this was again a direct question. This one statement was asked in this year's prelims as an ABCD question. Okay, we'll go to next one. Basel norms and the capital adequacy ratio. If you see here, capital adequacy ratio, this was asked. Okay, this was not the only question in my test economics set 3. It was the most elaborate test in my last year's test series actually. If I think I gave 47 tests to my students last year. Okay, 47 tests covering all the subjects, static, dynamic, everything. Out of that, economics set 3 was the most elaborate one. 100 questions were 100 conceptual questions. Okay, and it was detailedly framed with detailed solutions like this, explaining everything. Unfortunately, UPSC did not ask about this body, which I expected a question will come. Instead, they asked about capital adequacy ratio, who is in charge of that or something. And if this question you had done, you could have solved that question, because that was a very easy question which came in prelims this time. Okay, regarding capital adequacy ratio, like something like RBI decides I think banks individually decide the capital adequacy ratio. So that is a false statement, because it is the international standard of this thing, and our RBI will decide like, okay, our country will follow this thing for the banks. So if you have done this question, that was also answerable. Okay, so this is a kind of half direct kind of question. It's not like ditto statement came, but if you solve this, you will understand that statement was false. Okay, so this is question number 3. Next one. This one actually I wanted to show you the level where we did GSLV, PSLV, all the space missions, the Chandrayaan 1, Aditya 1, South Asian satellite, Navik, IRNS, everything was detailedly covered with pictures. Okay, here if you see, read all details below. That screenshot I have not shown here because it's a very lengthy part. Okay, I did not put the screenshot here, but in my India Yearbook PDF which I gave, India Yearbook question number 89, it had I think 3 pages fully dedicated to all these missions. Okay, South Asian, Chandrayaan, with the what to say, the launch date, the weight, the orbit in which it was launched, everything. Okay, everything was clearly done with the help of MCQ. It will be equivalent to reading a magazine, a science magazine. That much details I had given about GSLV and PSLV. And one question came also this time, which was a 3-statement question. It was very easy question because it was easy by elimination. Okay, they simply asked like PSLV is completely stationary, GSLV is completely moving around, something like it, like only kind of drastic statements also. So it could be eliminated if you have done these basics from my test. Okay, GSLV, PSLV, and I think one more Navik. Okay, the IRNS is okay, 7 satellites. Okay, 4 are in the geosynchronous and 3 are geostationary. That statement was directly picked. Okay, it is also there somewhere in my test, but I did not put a screenshot here. I just wanted to show you the coverage in India Yearbook PDF and in Science and Tech dedicated PDF. These satellites, everything was covered with the article link also. Okay, even if some things are not there and directly printed here, the article would be sufficient. If you read that, you would have solved it. Okay, so these are the satellite level questions which came. It was easy question also if you have done test. Okay, else it may be weird. This is again economic survey question. Okay, so UPSC have done a lot of questions like this this time. So this is one question which I did. It did not come, but I'm just telling how we frame the questions. Okay, if you see here, which of all these things had consistent increase in the last 4 decades. So now UPSC every year there is at least one question which is like this decade concept, whether last decade this thing happened, last decade capital infusion happened, last decade debt to GDP ratio decreased, increased. They are taking all this directly from economic survey. So when I design the test series, it will be directly given. The answer will be directly taken from economic survey, and the screenshot of the economic survey will be given. I am reading the page by page thing of economic survey. Okay, and then only I am framing the question. So anything important, actually we expected a lot more questions actually, because there were a lot of summits and schemes which were only mentioned in economic survey and not even in the Hindu, and we predicted all that and we made MCQs. Unfortunately, UPSC what they did is they asked all the current affairs this time from 2016. Okay, they did not ask 2017-18 current affairs. That is the problem which happened. Every institute, they worked very hard to give you the best thing from economic survey, India Yearbook budget, but obviously all these things will be 2017-18 current affairs. UPSC just ignored everything, okay, and then directly asked 2016 current affairs. That is what happened. But now in 2019 what will happen is everything now they will, as per the trend it is, they are going asking 2-3 years back, right? So now my test series, it has everything which is there in 2017-18. Not even one thing will be missed. So it's a guarantee, like you are not going to miss if the question repeats. Okay, if the similar question repeats, they are not going to repeat the ditto question, but they are going to put similar questions like this, last decade or the pulses, kharif crops, this and all. So these are all covered in detail. So here again, if you see, it's just a table, and we have directly made a statistics and put like which of the following had consistent increase. So it's I think only rice and wheat. Okay, when you pause and see the this thing, you will understand. Okay, it's given for more than 4 decades, but we made a question for 4 decades. So this is one question. This one, actually this year they asked the year of SBI renaming, Imperial Bank renaming into SBI, and this thing, Air India's name of Air India's year of nationalization. So such thing. So our question bank also had similar kind of questions, arranged the order, similar. Okay, they asked, I think along with the SBI thing, they asked about Communist Party and Swatantra Party and something else, but we had a pure banking related question where different things happened. Okay, here you see Imperial Bank 1921. Another one question will be there where Imperial Bank converted to SBI. Okay, that is what was asked this time. That is 1950. That also was covered. Also, if you do Mrinal's channel also, it is fine. Mrinal's channel has economics, and in Mrinal they have a detailed chapter. One video is dedicated to the history of banking in India. Okay, but it is in Hindi. If you are okay with Hindi, you can watch that. Or if you solve my test series, that statement was solvable. Okay, because it is a chronology question. If you eliminate one or two, or if you understand like this is the oldest, this is the newest, then 2-3 options will automatically get eliminated. Then you just need to order the remaining thing and get the answer. Okay, so like that, those 2-3 things which was there, it was covered in my this thing. Okay, here if you see RBI Act 1934, this is the economy part of it. Similarly, in my history test series, there will be the commission also related thing. I think it is Hilton Young Commission. Hilton Young Commission is the commission which decided this RBI Act. Okay, around the 1935 Government of India Act. So that act will be there in polity, the commission will be there in history, the bank will be there in economy. So if you do all my tests, right, everything is covered. There is not even a factual thing which is missed. It's up to UPSC what they pick and ask. Okay, we cannot frame a ditto question like UPSC. Nobody in this planet can do. But combination of our 3-4 questions will be the resultant question in a UPSC. Okay, that applies to every institute, not only mine. Nobody can do a correct copy paste ABCD question of a UPSC in their test series. Okay, maybe 1 or 2, like you saw the bunny tiny question. Okay, that was like factual history. Okay, that UPSC could not modify much, so it was direct. But other than that, you have to do a combination of studies. Geographical indication, I think at least 30-35 questions and the charts I gave, okay, for everything which got geographical indication in the year 2017, 16 and 15. I gave detailed chart. This is just a portion of it because I wanted to show you this Sujini embroidery which was asked this year. Okay, this year the question was actually I think Pudukuli shawl Tamil Nadu, that was the like pair question, to Pudukuli shawl against Tamil Nadu. Then this Sujini was given against I think Maharashtra or something, and one more was there which is let me try to recollect. It was after Sujini, it was Jamdani saris. Okay, Jamdani saris they had given, I think Karnataka they have given. Okay, so that question was a 1, 2, 3 kind of statement question, and in my test Sujini is there. Okay, then Sujini is Bihar. Okay, it was there in multiple places. I'll show you. So Sujini was there, and you could eliminate that. One option is gone, and then the Jamdani I'll show you in the next slide. That also was covered. Okay, so and this is another thing, Pochampalli cut because it got that tag, and it is Telangana. Okay, like this multiple things we have covered. If you see the list, okay, Sikki grass Bihar, Applique Bihar, these are all given in order also, so it's easy for you to recollect if you do my test 1 or 2 times. See here, saris actually, when I did this question, I thought like, okay, I'll give maximum things in one question, that's why I put 5 statement. Okay, but even after me putting 5 questions, and here to 6 or 7, I think total 8 are there in this one screen which you see. Okay, and everything is taken from this Hindu article, and here UPSC went ahead and asked something which is not there here. Okay, they asked Jamdani Upada or something. Okay, and this link actually, I ask my students always try to read link also. So in this link, if you click, what will happen is, in that thing it is mentioned Bengal, Jamdanis and Upada. Okay, so it's actually Bengal, it's not Karnataka. So that way if you have read it, it's not, I won't claim like it's a direct question, but we had covered it. This article I don't think every institute will cover. Okay, it was some Sunday article or something which had this saris kind of thing. Okay, it was not a mainstream article, but we covered it because we thought these are factual things and UPSC can ask. Unfortunately, they did not pick anything which I framed in the question. It was there in the link. Okay, that means because the link had a lot of things, about 20 saris they had. I cannot go and copy paste all the 20 in a question, right? So when we even after we covering, they picked up something which we did not cover, but it was in the link. Okay, so that is where I'm telling the standard of B framing questions are ditto like UPSC. Okay, the factual things can vary because UPSC has the option, liberty to choose anything. Okay, we are trying to give you from that only. Okay, from where UPSC is picking up. Okay, so this is that sari question. So here if you see Jamdani and the previous slide if you see Sujini, if you eliminate both, the answer will be one only for that question. Okay, Pudukuli or something, it is Tamil Nadu. That was the only option left if you have done this test series, and that was a solvable question because every year it is coming. Every year geographical indication, heritage, tribal festival, these questions are repeatedly coming in the this pair questions. Okay, 1, 2, 3, similar format, and we have covered all the tribe festivals also this time. FRBM committee, again a directly picked up statement from our test. If you see the first thing, it's actually not a recommendation, so you have to tell which is false. Actually all these are true, so the answer is none of these. Okay, A, B, C are true. Here the first statement, combined debt to GDP ratio of the center and state should be brought down to 60% by 2020. This is the exact statement came in this year prelims. Okay, these other 2 statements did not come, but this first statement came. Okay, this is the exact statement which came, and I had given this also, the debt to GDP ratio of the center. Okay, see the center's figures. So it is like 49.4, and it has to become 38. Okay, and second statement, the same question UPSC was. First statement was this thing. Okay, 60%. Second statement was center's debt to GDP ratio is 21%, and you keep the question paper with you, then you will understand. The second and the state is some 60% or something. Okay, they actually reversed it. They actually reversed the statistics of state and center in the second statement. So here if you see, I have already told you the center is 49%. So that statement also false. So 2 statements if you could eliminate, Okay, this was true, this was false. Then that answer was also solvable. Okay, it was done in detail. If you see here, explanation is given, article link is given. This is actually predicted. We thought like escape clause and all will be asked, because UPSC has this habit of asking these kind of terms. Escape clause was in news recently. What is it related to? Something like that they will ask. So we expected that, and we gave all these things from standard articles. Okay, this website is actually very good. IndianEconomy.net is a very good article, very good website. Okay, like we have this Investopedia and all. If you read this articles, every day I think they post articles. If you read it, economy, nothing can be missed. But problem is we are humans anyway, and we feel lazy to read everything. That's why I am reading it for you, and I am making MCQs for you. Okay, so this is yet again a direct question. Okay, 2 statements could have been solved from this year's prelims if you have done this MCQ alone, and this is actually all in one. This won't be there with all of my students, because after I launched my test series, I gave I think 43 or 44 tests, and after that I gave us a final thing, like 3 extra tests. I gave 3 bonus tests for a small fees, and only half of my students came and purchased it. Okay, because they trusted my initial test, they came and purchased it. So those students would have solved that question. Others who did not feel like buying the last 3, it's a miss for them. Okay, if you have studied from other sources, well and good, you did good for prelims. But I am telling just my comparison with UPSC. Okay, we had covered this question also. So let's go to the next question. APEDA. Okay, this I'll show you. I'll tell you. One question came. Okay, this time for prelims. It was a 3-statement type question. First statement was NPOP. Okay, organic thing. NPOP is under Rural Ministry. Second statement was NPOP is managed by APEDA, and third statement is Sikkim is the first organic state. 3 statements were asked in UPSC in one single question. All the 3 statements were covered in my MCQs in 3 different places. Okay, this is the first thing, schemes set 2. Here actually APEDA and organic connection is there in this PIB link. Actually it's not given directly. That I agree, I did not give it directly. Okay, but APEDA is under the Commerce Ministry, that is covered by me. Okay, APEDA is under Commerce Ministry. Here all statements are true, and APEDA is dealing with Hortinet. Okay, horticulture. And this PIB link, if you click, you will see that APEDA deals with organic products also. Okay, so overall you will understand APEDA is a body under Commerce Ministry and dealing with organic products also. Okay, that is one conclusion you can understand with these 2 MCQs. Now the next MCQ, I think it's next page actually. We'll come to that. Here if you see, Sikkim becomes the first organic state. So one statement you got it from here. Okay, other 2 statements, even though it did not come for prelims, it is also knowledge level only for you, good knowledge for you. And this here actually why I put this question is because if you see the third statement, at international level, GI is governed by WTO agreement. This statement was asked this time. Okay, geographical indication is dealing with which body or who governs this, something like that. One question came. Okay, and the answer was WTO. That was the easiest question in 2018 prelims. Okay, answer was WTO. I don't remember the exact question framing. You just check the question paper. Okay, a question came like GI is related to which this thing. Okay, so answer is WTO. So it was also solvable if you had done this question. This was in economics set 2. All my students would have done this because it was given to everybody. It was not a bonus question or something. Okay, and this question was asked because this thing Nilambur teak got the GI tag. So ours is like current affair plus static. Okay, every question we design is based on whether it comes in news. If you see, it's a Hindu article. Okay, got tag, and that is why purpose. And I'll tell you one more thing about UPSC. Whenever they frame a question, right, what they will do is the statement which came in news, that only they will make it false. Okay, you will think like, why are they asking this year, this patent, this act, and all? Who will go and by heart all these things? But you actually don't need to by heart this. If you see this question itself, Nilambur teak was the first product in India to get GI tag. Okay, but Nilambur teak, if you have done as a serious aspirant, if you have read the news, you know Nilambur teak is the latest one. Okay, so this statement is false. And if you see the options, 2, 2, 2, everywhere 2 is there, and only C option is not having 2. Okay, and UPSC is doing this only. Exactly, they want you to find out that one statement only. They don't care like statement 1, 3 and 4. They are checking for the smartest students who read the news and know that okay, this fact is wrong, and with that it will help you solve the answer. Okay, here if you suppose option something was like 1, 2, 3, 4, like 4 statement, then it will be a little bit difficult. But UPSC is designing the questions in such a way, options in such a way that you can find out that hint which UPSC is throwing on your face. Okay, that hint you have to find. This you will only find if you start solving MCQs right from now. Okay, directly 2 months before the exam, if you start doing it, it's not solvable. Okay, people are facing difficulties in that. So this is the, again, I think direct question only, directly picked from here. Okay, this WTO concept. Then Sikkim organic state I told you. Other 2 statements you read. Okay, both the statements are false actually. Okay, here one only. So other 2 is false. So NPOP, this is one. NPOP is under Commerce Ministry. This was the exact statement asked. Okay, the statement was NPOP is under Rural Ministry. So if you have done this question, it's again schemes set number 2. If you have done this, you could have eliminated that. Then that Sikkim statement is also there. And the PIB link, if you read, APEDA is under Commerce Ministry, and APEDA is dealing with organics also. So all the 3 statements was solvable if you solved my test. Okay, so this is why I am telling questions have come from test series, but it is not fully direct. Okay, Then this one, direct question again. Two statements were given. It was a two-statement question in polity. The vote value of MLA and MP. Okay, and it was there in Lakshmi, page number 17.1, 17.2. So it was like, I think the statement was something like, it varies from state to state. Okay, the vote value, and that is true only because here if you see the formula itself, it has total state population divided by number of elected MLAs, and obviously state population will differ from place to place. So if you solve this question, you could have solved that question. It was a two statement. It was the most easiest question also in polity because it was directly from Lakshmi. It was not like something picked from current affairs or something. It was a factual thing. Okay, and this I put especially because I want to show you how my Lakshmi PDF will look like. Lakshmi will have 800 MCQs. Okay, if you see this polity set number 3, 8 sets will be there, 800 questions will be there, and majority of them are taken directly from Lakshmi, and the page number will be given. I am not going to give the entire copy paste of solution here. Okay, the other test will have solutions, but polity anyway everybody are going to read Lakshmi. Okay, and when you solve my test, always keep the Lakshmi also beside, and when this is told, just solve this question and go to this page alone, and this page you just read this paragraph, maybe 1 or 2 paragraphs only. It will take maybe 1 minute for you. So like that, parallelly when you do, your entire Lakshmi is one more time revised. That is how I designed the polity test series, and that is the best test series, best test which I got feedback also last time from my students, because they could revise Lakshmi one more time. Every year what happens is every student reads 2-3 times, okay, Lakshmi, but when the prelims is nearing, they don't get time to do that. They just by heart some random questions and go. But this time with my test, they could do it one more time because they are solving questions, reading Lakshmi, solving question, reading Lakshmi. Okay, so polity will be very much beneficial. And again, if the question was not framed from Lakshmi, suppose it's about some Kaveri board or something which happened in news, then explanation will be given. Okay, detailed explanation will be given with the news link. But if it's from Lakshmi, the page number will be given. But this one-liner will be there. Okay, like here, which is false. The statement is false because that formula is wrong. So I gave the correct formula. So that explanation will be there. But I won't copy paste the whole paragraph from Lakshmi here. Okay, because it's not needed. It will simply make the document lengthier. Okay, so hope you got the point. Next one, again ditto question came, but unfortunately the options picked were different. Okay, the material, like because MSP, you know, about 28 or 30 products are there in India which got MSP. Okay, and we asked this just making similar things like sunflower, safflower, raw cotton, raw jute. Okay, and all the 4 has minimum support rates. Unfortunately, UPSC when they asked it this time, they put I think 8 options, I think 8 statements, and like areca nut, coffee, barley, groundnut, and all. Also, this question was asked because in Union Budget of 2018-19, which I have mentioned here, MSP for all the crops this Rabi season was declared. Okay, so that is why if you could eliminate the Rabi crops alone, or if you could eliminate the very common things like barley, groundnut, and all, then you could have got the answer actually. Okay, also another reason I'll tell you, the first statement there, it was areca nut. Okay, and areca nut was in news, very much in news, and actually we framed 3 or 4 questions about areca nut, but we did not consider the MSP angle of areca nut. So that is why we cannot tell like this question came from our test series, but we had covered, or we had at least thought about it. I'll show you the questions. This is again MSP related, one more question. Okay, but this did not come, but it's just MSP. I want to show you 2 questions which is covered. Okay, then areca nut. Areca nut was, why it was in news, because Assam I think became the 3rd largest producer after Karnataka and Kerala. Okay, it was there in Hindu, and we framed a question like I told, right, whatever is in news, that only we make it as a mistake, because that is what UPSC is doing. So Punjab, it's not the answer, so this is wrong. And India is the largest producer of areca nut, and 2nd place is China, and India is 5 times more than China. Even though it's 1st and 2nd rank, it is 5 times. Okay, that is why it was in news, and this we had covered, but unfortunately we did not cover the MSP part of it. And this thing is not covered in MSP also. That was a trick actually. That was a hint which UPSC gave you. If you had studied from some source like areca nut is under MSP, is not under MSP, you could have eliminated that, and all the other 3 options you could have eliminated. Only one choice had without areca nut. Okay, that was the clue which UPSC gave you. Again, one more question about areca nut I gave with the state also. That's what I'm telling. We tried to cover maximum because it came in news, but we did not think about the MSP angle, unfortunately. Okay, so just telling you the coverage. So here actually Kinnaur is actually famous for apples, so this statement is false. Okay, this is geography set number 3. Again, geographical indicator, one more question, DIPP, and here why I put this question is just wanted to show you we had covered this thing, this Pochapalli, Inca, this what is it, rice, Durgi, stone carving. These were all very recent things which happened, okay, just 2-3 months before prelims, and also we had covered all these things. Okay, and this thing also, gift a GI. UPSC tends to ask usually these kind of phrases, but this time I told you, right, they did not ask anything like this. There are many questions, 70-80 questions I'm going to show you, so you will see more. Intellectual property, this was not asked I think. but I'm just showing you the type of questions. These are just extra questions, okay, not 2018 relevant questions. So headquarters and this thing, act, it is not based, because this time it came a question about NGT, like NGT is made by an act, and CPCB, Central Pollution Control Board, is found by an executive order. That too also was covered. I'll show you some other question. So like that, UPSC has this habit of asking act also. So IPAB is not actually Patents Act, it's actually Trademarks Act 1999. So this way we are giving you clear-cut explanation for this, okay. Then another question, again one more geographical indication, okay. This was in news actually. Hindu article also should be there. I think in here I am showing only PIB. So this actually got the GI tag, and it is a part of Rajasthan, and it has bright colors. This is the maximum they will ask. They will not go into very much detailing like who invented it or which year it evolved, nothing like that they are going to ask. They are asking very basic things which came in the news, okay. So like this PIB link also will be given. So my students will not miss any current affair from any part, okay. And this is there in the art and culture set. So that is also one thing I want to tell you. When students, some students have this habit of telling like, I don't want static, I want only current affair PDF, okay. But problem is, even in the static subjects PDF, we are designing questions based on news only, okay. We can pick questions from class 11, class 12 NCRT, but other than that, these things which came in news also is being covered in the static question papers also, okay. Art and culture, it's not a current affair PDF, it's a art and culture static PDF, but one question was current affair also. So don't simply buy only current affairs, not only from me, any source you are going to buy, okay, any channel, any institute you are going to buy. Just don't think like I'll buy current affairs and I'll be safe, okay. In static part also current affairs is covered. Okay, so I think around 18-20 questions were covered here. You would have got a rough idea of how close our MCQs are and how the standard at least. Okay, that's what we wanted to convey. Now just wait for the next thing, part 2. I will come soon. Okay, again similar questions. Okay, much more questions which directly came, which indirectly came, which came from the link and all. So till we come up with that, please post your comments and all, and continue your preparation. Okay, all the videos will be uploaded today itself. Okay, I am working on that today fully. So stay tuned for the videos. Okay, so thank you and have a nice day.